Hello, Patriots. It's I, the Questioning Patriots, back again for another video. Thanks in part to my amazing Patreon backers. If you want to support the channel, consider supporting the Patreon, clicking the like, the subscribe, leaving a comment, and all those good things for algorithms or something. But huge thanks to them. So I'm going through the news wire as I always do, and of course, Seattle protest turns violent, police injures, fires reported. This is from tonight, 8:55 p.m. Saturday, July 5th. This is from townhall.com. We're going to go through this together. On Saturday, protesters in Seattle organized a march and a show of support for protesters in Portland who have been attacking the Hatfield Federal Courthouse on a nightly basis. If you haven't seen my video on that, go back, check it out. A bunch of pieces of garbage, pretty much, who are trying to set people on fire inside of a building. And so, yeah, they get slapped in the face. They get tear gassed because the people inside, the men and women inside, I imagine, legitimately feared for their life. And it's terrifying what we expect these people to do. They need to get paid more. Don't defund the police. Give them pay raises. But anywho, much like in Portland, the Seattle protests quickly turned violent. What a freaking shock when you're dealing with Antifa. The Seattle Police Department is reporting that several officers have been attacked by rioters and that emergency crews are responding to reports of multiple fires. That's millions upon millions of dollars gone, including one at the East Police Precinct. Oh, God. According to the Seattle Police Department, rioters are throwing rocks, mortars, which those are the big explosive fireworks, the kind you see on the big shows. Those big ones, yeah, that's what that is. And other explosive devices at offices. I wonder what that could be. Probably little smaller fireworks, maybe. Including bottles and balloons filled with unknown liquids. Oh, God. Are they throwing trucker bombs? Are we seriously to the point in America right now where the men and women in blue that we should be supporting and pulling up are getting trucker bombs thrown at them? Demonstrators have also targeted... Oh, trucker bomb, by the way, is typically a bottle filled with urine, in case you did not know that, which hopefully it hasn't come up yet. Demonstrators have also targeted businesses and police officers, and police officers have made multiple arrests. Reports of demonstrators breaking windows at additional businesses in the 900th block of 12th. Also, a fight reportedly in progress at the scene. Individuals spray painting at the East Precinct at 12th and Pine and attempting to disable cameras because, of course, they don't want to be held accountable. Nobody wants to be held accountable for their actions anymore. And damage fence perimeter around building. That's what happens when you don't hold an entire generation of kids accountable for their actions. This is what happens. This is what happens with No Child Left Behind, when literally a teacher cannot fail the kid in a class without having to ask the parents at this point. And no, I'm not making that up. That's a real thing. Check it out. It's ridiculous. All right, officers investigating a possibly explosive damage to walls of the East Precinct. They're literally blowing in the walls of these buildings like it's some sort of frickin' Marvel movie. Are you kidding me? Also, reportedly, some sort of explosives being thrown or fired at offices. This is terrorism. This is terrorism. This is the stuff we see on CNN late at night where it's a third world country and this is happening, but it's not happening in a third world country. It's right now, Patriots. It's happening here. It's happening here in our beautiful country. And it's sickening, and I don't want to keep going because I know there's a video here at the bottom. I'm sure it's going to be as terrible as all the other videos I've watched of these freaking terrible people. All right, crowd continues to throw rocks at officers at Broadway and Pine. Mortars, too. Thanks for clarifying. We should just now assume that if they're throwing anything at police officers, it will be rocks, frozen water bottles, bottles of urine, or explosives. Because... Crowds continue to launch mortars and rocks at officers near 11th and Pine. Crowd throwing explosives at... Okay, we get it. They threw a lot of explosives. The protesters also reportedly vandalized a Starbucks, a frequent target at left-wing protests. So this is the funny part to me right here. So I have a friend who works at Starbucks, and Starbucks is actually a very liberal supporting cause. They paid millions upon millions of dollars to get their employees special Black Lives Matters outfits and uniforms that they could wear. Starbucks is the last company these morons should be trying to take down. Oh my goodness. Antifa ruining another Starbucks. I want that to really emphasize that word right there. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Another Starbucks in Seattle. No doubt traumatizing the employees and customers. Oh my. Oh my. Imagine if you take your kid in here, you're getting him one of those little chocolate things and all. What? How do you talk to a kid about this? You know, I don't live I don't live near, but how do you even talk to a kid? How do you explain to them what these pieces of garbage are doing? I'm glad I didn't have. Oh my goodness. Stuff about killing cops there. Seattle police say at least 11 arrests have been made and 3 police officers have been injured, including one officer with a leg injury caused by an explosive device. And there we go. The explosives have started, and I talked about this last week in a couple videos. I'm waiting for it, and I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, but I think what we're going to see is we're eventually going to see one of these little piss ants who's so woke and so brave and wants to go down in history as, you know, the first martyr of this Black Lives Matters Antifa war on the cancel culture of whatever the hell they think they're doing. And they say to themselves, all right, my life sucks. My life's not going anywhere. I'm already having suicidal thoughts, so maybe I strap myself with some explosives and I go do something. And I legitimately worry about that on a nightly basis, because who's to say that my kids or your kids or anybody's kids or anybody happens to be around there and takes the collateral damage. Because as a police officer, we shouldn't say this, but they know they are putting their lives on the line, and yet they still come into work every freaking day. These men and women who are so brave and so courageous to do a job that, let's be frank, Patriots, let's be honest right now, let's look deep in our soul, we don't want to do. You don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to kiss my kids every single morning knowing that might be the last time I ever get to kiss them. And these men and women are getting treated by trash. And it breaks my heart, and I hope that our president is able to shut this down, because right now it is spiraling out of control, and I'm so glad that he's sending in these units, because we have got to put a stop to this violence. And if we can't do it peacefully, you know, I don't know what other way we're going to have to do it. But hopefully, you know, we got an amazing president. He'll be able to figure this out. But there we go, Patriots. Seattle protest turns violent. Police injuries. Fire is reported. And this is at 8:55 p.m. So I have a feeling that if you stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, you're going to see what happens next. Because this is before the sun goes down. Imagine what these cowards are going to do once the sun goes down. Once they got those masks on the face, they got the hoodies on. They're super brave now. They're in a big crowd. That's when things really start getting bad and getting violent. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, Patriots. But as always, thank you for watching the video.